I want to read 1 Corinthians 7:23. You were bought with a price. Do not become slaves of men. That is a way to begin to think about yourself, that you are so valuable. You don't sell yourself cheaply. You have so much value. And the example that immediately comes to my mind now is somebody that wants to just be having sex with you but has zero value for you otherwise. You doesn't see you as human, but just as an object. So the scriptures is giving us a way of thinking about ourselves to begin to value ourselves as we ought to value ourselves. And when we begin to value ourselves that way, we begin to live our life free from fear of men, fear of what will happen, fear of being wrapped around into some erroneous sense of obligation that we may have, which lines up with being slaves of men. You're not supposed to be the slave of any man. And you're supposed to stand on your 2 feet, stand with the confidence of the Lord, stand in the truth of the Lord, and let how you think yourself be framed by this phrase. Do not become slaves of men. Do not become just merely a tool for their own satisfaction, just merely a tool for their own pleasure. Whenever they want to, let them not think that you're just there for them to do whatever they want with you. No, you are distinct. You're different. Listen to the words of Paul here. You were bought with a price. What's the price? The price is the blood of Jesus. That signals to you that you are of the highest level of value. You are of the highest level of value. And it's this phrase, you've been bought with a price, is not existing in a vacuum. It's existing in the context of do not become slaves of men. You have a choice here. You have a choice to insist on your own value. You have a choice to move away from people that think it's their calling to disregard you and to disrespect you and to disdain you and to do it ad nauseum. Look at David. David felt he had a value to add to the army of Israel. So he came and said, okay, this man Goliath has been tormenting the people of God for a long time. He started making inquiries at, okay, what are the ground rules here? And his brother said, what are you even doing here? I mean, you are a bad person to even be here, to be even be thinking that you're a bad person. No. He said, instead of spending a lot of time trying to convince them I'm not a bad person, just move away from them. Just move away from them. And these are his blood brothers. These are his people who are closest relatives to him. Move away from them. He's not going to be a slave to your own conception of him, who he is. He's not going to say, okay, since you have thought about that about him, then he's going to just line up and do and be. He's not going to live in your mentally constructed in the world that you have mentally constructed for him. He's not going to live in that world. He's going to live as a free man, as the Lord's slave. That's what I'm charging you to do. Live as the Lord's slave. You've been bought with a price. You can't have allegiance to God and then obedience to man at the same time. Paul wrote to Timothy. Paul told him that you have been enlisted as a soldier, so you're supposed to live to please the one who have enlisted you. You're not supposed to just be a tool for somebody to use. No, you can stand on your 2 feet. You can say no. You can say no. You can say no. You can say no. You don't have to follow anyone's whims and caprices. You don't have to. You can say no. And what are you going to lose when you say no? Nothing. Because you're already complete in the one who is the head of all principalities and powers. There's nothing. You are not losing anything. And there's nothing you are losing. Whatever you think they are supposed to that they are using to trap you and say, this is how we want to benefit you. So because of how we think you are thinking that we should benefit you, we're going to trap you in a slavery relationship. Just don't bother with it. You don't need any. You don't need any man. You don't need anything. That's the truth. They said they want to create a sense of neediness. Then they begin to use that neediness to enslave you and to make you serve their will. You're not supposed to serve man's will. You're supposed to serve God's will. I hope this has helped someone. See you later.